facing the police every single day.
What?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No. Come
For
here.
what reason?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm free to go. Am I free to go?
What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have a problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Get over here.
Why?
Because.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Hey everybody, it's James Freeman. My voice is still shot, so I'm going to use text instead of voiceover on this video.
I'm your number right now.
Little egg, I'm gonna be on a male subject. Radio by Rivercrest.
Why you giving me the finger?
What?
What's your problem?
What?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No. Come
For
here.
what reason?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm free to go. Am I free to go?
What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have a problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here.
I'm free to go.
No,
Walk
you're
the
not.
walk.
Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
Why?
Because.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who?
Says it all.
Pull up the law.
Huh?
Pull up the law.
What's your name?
What's the law?
What's your
What's
name?
The law?
What's your name? How
What's
old
the law?
are you?
I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Please.
Fucking pig.
Whatever.
Fuck you.
What?
You heard me.
Come here.
I'm afraid of you.
Come here. Get over here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not
Turn
a
around.
crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says
Turn-
who?
Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a fucking crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why are you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
No help.
Help! Help!
Yo,
Help!
come-
Got a picture out.
Firm.
Right now because I was cursing at him. And he said,
You're being detained. Because you're acting strange.
what? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to
Who is
detain
this
you
kid?
until he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal right?
Every time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, "What, you
Is that a crime?
No problem." Then he tells me
That's
This
not a
is
crime.
causing public service.
Then he
That's
tells
not,
me to
no, that's not a
to F
crime.
off, big.
Yeah, fuck off, big. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
Who are you?
I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
What's that?
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What
What
is your
legal
name?
reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you
What
going?
legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
Why are you
shooting me the finger.
Why are you?
Is that illegal?
Why are you
Cursing at
flipping the bird? Yes, it is. It's causing a public disturbance and a public alarm if you are cursing.
So
in
a
public.
single one.
So when you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
In what way? When he was driving past? That's singular. Well, I'd like to see you guys prove it in court.
It's called causing a public disturbance.
I know the
by
law.
being a nuisance.
I know the law.
All right. So at that point, what he is doing is he's not saying you're being charged with anything. At that
I'm
point,
just
he is
figuring out
detaining
what's
you
wrong with you.
to make
What's
sure that
going
there
on?
is nothing
Make
wrong.
sure you're okay.
What
Make sure that
reason?
you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain me?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. I'm not sure.
That I was doing what?
Were you signaling to him?
No,
Listen, I was
no.
just-
He knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling
Well,
to you.
you bring attention to yourself.
That's not singular.
You're acting strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, you're not here for my safety. You're not trying to protect
How
me.
do you know?
You're walking
You
on
may
the
be-
side of the road and you're cursing and you're flipping the bird.
Once at him. I gave him the finger once. That
you know
will
him?
not hold
Do
up.
you know him?
That will not hold
Why
up
are
in
you
a
giving
court
him
of
the
law.
finger?
That will not hold up in a court of
Why are
law.
you giving
I
him
know
the
my
finger?
rights.
Do you know him?
It's not your business.
Do you know him?
It's not your business. I
It is
plead
my
the fifth.
business.
I plead the fifth then.
Pass.
You guys make nothing out of
So,
something.
by you cursing and using vulgar gestures,
So what's the First Amendment for?
It's causing a public disturbance.
What's
and a
the First
public alarm.
Amendment for?
Okay. The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with?
Was I
using
making a call to
gestures?
action? Was I making a call to action? Was I? Was I like
When you were
threatening
acting-
you in any way?
what are you
Did I
talking
threaten
about?
you?
Do you understand?
You know what a
you're-
call to action is?
Do you understand that you're
Call
acting?
Is that a call to action? Am I
you-
calling for an action to be done against you?
Do
No.
you understand
You're
that it
bringing
is?
attention to
Listen,
yourself and
listen,
getting
listen, listen.
That's illegal.
It's behavior that's out of the ordinary.
I
okay?
understand how it works.
So
but
therefore, he
legally, it
stopped
would not
to talk
hold.
to you. Clearly, if he stopped all the way back there, I'm assuming you guys were back there and you just
We
continued
went
to
back
walk.
a bit further
And you
back.
just
And you
continued
ran
to
away
walk.
from me.
I wasn't running. I told you that I was free to go, and you all
I
of a
said
sudden.
stop, and you ran down here. That's
I
why
wasn't
ran
running.
up.
I was walking.
Once he
So
gives an order
let's
for you
be
to
honest here.
stop, you're supposed to stop.
I did stop when he originally said it, but I was asking, is it
And then he
illegal?
told me
Is it
to
a
F
lawful
off,
order?
and he took off.
Yeah, because I kept walking because you weren't pursuing at the first. You
All
only
right.
started pursuing because
So
I said,
listen.
"Fuck you, pig." That's
Listen.
when you got a little upset.
Okay, so
He
listen.
got his panties in
So
the
listen,
pants.
we're here at this point now. Okay, you've brought the attention to yourself. You
Yep.
caused the public alarm.
Yup.
So now,
Well,
what
I'd like
we
to
are
see
doing-
you legally
so
hold
now
that
what we
in
are
court,
doing,
because-
I'm not charging you with anything, so I
Well,
don't
I
legally
would-
need to hold anything in court.
Well,
Okay,
I
what
could-
I'm doing is
I
I'm
could always
trying to
bring
figure
this
out
up.
why you're walking on the side of the road, okay, and why you're continuing to signal to a police officer.
I wasn't signaling.
Okay.
See, now you changed the story.
So-
Now you're changing the story. Was I signaling, or which one was it?
So what
'Cause now
were you
you're-
doing?
Well, I want to know from your perspective.
I
What was I
pulled up
doing?
onto the scene, so you tell me what you were
To
doing.
bring your attention. to
I
yourself.
plead the fifth. You fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot, dude.
Okay.
How long have you been a cop, Tricks?
Longer than you.
Listen,
Longer than you. I'm not a cop, retard.
listen,
Longer you've been alive.
You're fucking retarded,
Listen.
bro.
listen.
Yep.
What? Like what? I don't understand what the point of this is.
I'm walking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's the Fourth Amendment to be allowed to walk without seizures or anything like that.
You
Which
sure?
is- yes.
Are you sure that's the Fourth Amendment?
That's the Fourth
You
Amendment.
sure that's the Fourth Amendment? You
You want
sure?
to bet money on it?
You sure that's what the Fourth Amendment? It gives you the right to walk without seizure. What's going to be seizured while you're walking?
My body, my person, idiot.
I'm seizing you? Did anybody
Yes,
Did I
yes,
take all
you
your
were,
pockets
you were
or
about
anything?
to.
Come on.
You were about to.
Listen.
He said I was going to be under arrest. He fucking
He
said it.
said you were
I
detained.
said stop.
He
No,
said you were
where you
detained.
gonna be arrested.
So now what
Yeah,
happens?
so
now what happens?
he just admitted that
now
he was
what
going
happens
to
is when
arrest
he
me.
gives you a lawful order to stop, and you do
It
not
wasn't a
stop.
lawful order, though.
And you do not stop.
It legally was not a
and
lawful
you
order.
do not stop, then that becomes a criminal offense, and then yes, you can be put under
But
arrest.
it's not a lawful order. Then I take it to court, and then he'd get sued, and I get
Maybe.
punitive damages. I'd be rich as fuck. Is that what you want?
That
Oh,
may-
you don't know the
that
law,
may be
buddy.
what happens
You don't know
if
the
you
law.
think that that's what's
You're
going to
fucking
happen.
Alright.
It may be what's going to happen. It may not be what happens. Okay.
Okay, I
What may
understand.
happen is,
All right, so
is
what
you
are we
may get a
wasting time
normal
for?
jury.
Am I free
and
to go?
What
Am
may
I free to
happen
go?
is you may
Am
get
I
a
free to
normal
go?
jury. No, because at this point
For what reason?
you were detained. Okay, because he told you to stop
Okay.
and you didn't stop.
Okay.
So therefore, you need to identify yourself as a part of the investigation. So what is your name?
Okay, I'm gonna need all of your badge numbers.
I will give you everything written down on a card.
What's
I'll give it all
what's
to
your
you.
rank?
I'll give it all to you
What's
on
your
a card.
rank?
Patrolman. I'm
What's
a
your rank?
patrolman. That's my rank. Patrolman.
Oh, patrolman.
Okay.
And you?
Corporal.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, what is your
I
name?
could give you.
If you have an
Am
idea,
I?
that's perfect.
Am I? Okay. I'll take it to court
If you have
because
an
this
idea,
is
that's
still
perfect.
this is still a detainment.
Are you a juvenile?
This is an illegal detainment,
Are
so
you
I
a
can still.
juvenile?
I'm not going to answer that.
You have to answer.
Why?
Because you're being detained.
I said I'll give you my ID, buddy.
Are you a juvenile?
You tell me.
No. Okay, so
Better.
because it has to be handled a little bit differently. That's all. If you're a juvenile, I have to call your parents and I have to advise them that I'm out with you and that I'm speaking
Go ahead,
with you.
Piggy.
That's all it is. Okay?
He's such a fucking pig, bro.
So what does that make you?
Not a pig.
What does
Dude,
that
this
make
is
you for
illegal.
saying?
This is illegal, buddy.
What is the point?
This is illegal.
There's nothing illegal about it.
Yes, it is.
It is
You want to bet
not.
money on it?
We're going to find out.
We'll see in court, bud.
Listen, we're going to find out. Okay.
We'll
When
see
you
in court.
cause a public disturbance and a public alarm and you become a nuisance to the public, okay,
You'll legally have to prove that I was a nuisance
When
to
you're
the public.
standing-
How would you do that? How would you do that? I just want to hear
camera
your-
systems. Okay, so when he goes by in the car, okay, and he sees you doing what you're doing,
And what was
it's
I
all going
doing?
to be there.
And what part of that caused a disturbance? That's what I'm trying to legally understand. I don't understand. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect, perfect. Tuckerton doesn't have them, you know that? Tuckerton's been on back order for months. Because I have a lawsuit against them, that's why. And I wish they'd have fucking body cams. I would love if they had body cams. And it takes out the bad cop. That's what it's for. It's not for the good cop. It's for the bad cop. Well, to protect the good cops as well.
It's for all of us.
Take out the bad cops.
It's for all of us.
Right.
It's for all of us. It's for everybody that's involved in the situation. Okay?
Appreciate it.
There you go. Okay. Now, listen, if you have any problems or anything, and you want to come down, you want to talk to somebody, our supervisors are always there as well. Okay?
Well, I'm going to
And
take
you
a
can do
lawsuit.
that.
So who would I press criminal charges against? For what?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
police
call.
officers.
You're gonna have to call and figure that out with a lawyer.
I don't need to answer that. I'm asking you, where would I go to press charges against a police officer?
You would have to come down and file a complaint with
It's
the courts.
at this police station?
You would have to file a complaint with the courts.
Got it.
Okay, and then you can go from there if you want to see if you can press charges and whatnot if you
Perfect.
violated your rights.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, am I free to go?
Don't give us fingers.
Shut the fuck up.
Stay out of the roadway. Stop causing a public alarm.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Am I
Stop
free to go?
cursing.
Am I
You're free to go.
Stop cursing. Go fuck.
You're free to go.
All right, the head of the Senate Judiciary and Yale-educated lawyer Dick Durbin dropped this gem on Twitter this week. Free speech does not include spreading misinformation to downplay political violence. Well, for starters, this assertion is contrary to his oath of office, but beyond that, he has to know it's wrong. So the question becomes, why is the head of the Judiciary Committee purposefully redefining what free speech in fact does mean? What's the end goal here? Here now is independent journalist Glenn Greenwald. Glenn, they kind of forget that it's not just speech you agree with that's protected by the First Amendment. Speech that's inconvenient, that you even find vile, is also protected, especially when you're talking about political speech. What's happening here?
Yeah, I mean, if free speech only is for people with whom you agree or think is telling the truth, you wouldn't need free speech. I mean, Noam Chomsky has always said, one of the people on the left who's been a steadfast defender of free speech, that even Hermann Goring believed that in free speech for those he agreed with. Every dictator believes in that. I think, Dick Durbin has to know what he said was a lie. You would be kicked out of law school or fail the first year of law school if you said that. What's happening is that Democrats since 2016 really did conclude that the only way they can win elections is if they can control the flow of information over the internet. And in order to do that, they're trying to redefine what free speech is to mean information that is false as they see it, as the government defines it, can be legitimately constrained, and those who express it can be punished. And that's part of their overall strategy.
Now, unsurprisingly, Glenn, a former FBI assistant director and MSNBC fave, he's piggybacking off of Durbin's comments. Watch.
It's not free speech without responsibility attached to it. So we're being duped into thinking, yeah, you're right. I guess you do have the right to say whatever you want, even if people are getting killed. That's where we are right now. We've become numb to the violent radicalization that's being incited. And then we're becoming duped into thinking, oh, I guess that's free speech.
What a dope. Glenn, free speech isn't something you can be duped into. It's something that is. I mean, this is shocking, actually, even for people like him.
I keep trying to say that, this is not an issue where people disagree with Democrats about free speech. They really have come to regard censorship as central to their political project. Imagine if you accepted what he was saying is true. It would mean that constitutionally you could go round up all of the New York Times reporters who in 2002 said there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, or you could go in and sue or even in prison those who said the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. As much contempt as I have for those who did that, of course I know you can't legally punish them. The state can't imprison them, even though it was misinformation, because of course that's protected by the Constitution. But they're trying to condition Americans to believe that there's a greater and greater role for the state in deciding what is true and false, and therefore what can and can't be heard.
Well, and we all know that they want a global agreement, right? The elites would like a global agreement about what free speech should mean. And so across the Atlantic, France has now demanded that the video platform Rumble remove all content from RT, which is a Russian network. Now, to Rumble's credit, they've refused. They pulled their platform from the country entirely and are looking into a legal challenge to this demand. But Glenn, how significant is it that we now have entire nations trying to bully private companies into censorship, whether you like RT or hate RT or Al Jazeera or like it or don't? I mean, this is bizarre.
What's really alarming about this war is at the beginning of the war in Ukraine, the EU, the entire EU, made it illegal for platforms to broadcast or to platform Russian state media. Now, maybe you like RT or don't. Maybe you want to watch them or you don't. That should be your choice. But the EU has said it's not your choice. If you're a citizen of the EU, you are not allowed to access those outlets, even if you want to hear what the Russians are saying, because we've made it illegal for you to do so. But what they're doing now is they're reaching over to American companies like Rumble, and they're saying, we demand that you take off the news sites that we dislike, or we're going to deny you access to our markets. That means if you're an American citizen, you are now going to be told, not by a government that you've elected, by governments in Europe or China or Iran or wherever, that you're going to be dictated to what you can and can't hear. And that's why it's so important where that Rumble, which is now a free speech alternative to YouTube, told the French government they wouldn't comply.
Oh, I'm thrilled that they're doing that. Glenn, these are such important issues, and we like to stay ahead of them, not behind them. So thank you for helping us do that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.